Hello, good afternoon. Welcome to another video from TW White & Sons. So here we have our demonstrator Mazda MX-30 R-EV. So this is our electric vehicle with a range extender. So based on the standard MX-30 BEV, battery electric vehicle, looks pretty much the same from the exterior, apart from a little bit of difference in the badging. Now this is the Makoto spec, so the highest spec, which replaced the GT Sport. Now this car has done 868 miles. So we use it for running errands, demonstrators, and letting our customers who come in for service to use it as a courtesy car. And the car's immaculate, as you can imagine. Lovely colour. Polymetal grey, definitely a favourite of mine. And you've got these lovely sort of mouldings. Now I think these cars, the MX-30 in general, is misunderstood. The pure electric vehicle, I think, is an excellent vehicle, but people seem to get het up on the range. But I think this is a car for a city dweller. This is like a second car for those short journeys. I mean, I do a commute 5/6 days a week, and the BEV would be perfect for me if I could use the charger at work, or if I had a charger at home, which I don't. But I could get, I don't know, I could probably come to work about 5 times. I'll be very, very pleased. And these drive very, very well in terms of an electric vehicle. This still feels very sporty, and we've had other electric vehicles, pure electrics, like the Corsa, Tesla, which frightened the life out of me. But this is this has got a very nice feel to it, very nice quality feel to it, and obviously that's passed over into this R-EV version, which has got the range extender. So the range extender is accomplished by a single rotary engine under the bonnet. In fact, you know, I never really go under the bonnet on cars. I will do on this. So this has got a smaller battery to give you a 40-mile pure electric range, which would be, I say, fine for me to get to work and back. But if I was to do the occasional journey, long journey, the range extender would come in happy. Sorry, we've just washed this car. So if you looked under the BEV, there's a big gap here. Okay, so this is now filled up with a rotary engine working as the range extender. Okay, so it's got a smaller battery, it's got the range extender, because having the big battery and a range extender, it defeats the object of being friendly for the environment. So a lot of thought has gone into this car, and I think people's thought process when it comes to electric vehicles, instead of being focused just on that range, got to look at the overall picture, really, if it's for the right reasons. I hope that comes across well. I mean, you've got all these sort of recycled materials. The corkage is symbolic of Mazda's first factory, which was a cork factory, but also it's a renewable source. But when building this car, as I say, it wasn't a case that Mazda couldn't make a car that had a 300-mile range. Of course they could, but it would be expensive. It wouldn't be as friendly to the environment as it should be. Did I say expensive? And it would take it over the £40,000 mark quite easily, and it's a heavy old battery getting lugged around, so they put a lot of thought into it. Now I'm going to start this up because it's quite cold. I'll start it up. The dials just moved. A lot of thought's gone into it, and as I say, this would be perfect for me. In fact, if I was offered one of these as a company car, I would have it. Not the R-EV, the BEV version, but if this was like my sole car and I had to do that occasional long journey, which I use a sort of my one's got my son's quad in it and radio control cars and bits and pieces, I'd take that car. It's got my bike rack on it, etc. But this is a perfect like second car, or sort of city dweller car. Now look here, we got currently, it's showing a 15-mile range. Now it's cold today as well, so half a battery charge, so 40 miles I'd say on a good day. Yeah, so it's got 45% charge at the moment. And then the fuel that I have in here gives me a total of 118 miles. You'll get about about 350 to 400, I'd say, on a combination of both. But if you were to use this car effectively, you would charge it, you know, at your workplace or at home, and it would be used in that EV form, and then you'd plug it in when you get home. So it's a case of a bit like your phone. You know, I don't plug my phone in when it's flat. I plug it in when I leave it on my desk or on my bedside table or wherever I leave it at home in the kitchen sometimes, so it's not a distraction. So it's a kind of state of mind. Okay, but these R-EVs, they overcome the objections of, oh, it's only got a small range, but I don't think they're necessary if you sort of change the way of thinking, if it's, let's say, a second car or a city dweller. I hope that makes sense. But the quality of these cars is superb. As I say, I've seen a lot of other electric vehicles. We had a Honda in, that little Honda, that sort of retro looking one. It's got the same range as the battery electric vehicle of one of these, if not less. Okay, obviously this has got the sort of 300 to 400 mile range, or 350 to 400 mile range. Very well equipped, heated seats, climate control. You got these paddle shifters, which is the regenerative braking. So it's quite entertaining, actually, not distracting, because you can use these as a form of braking, and then you'll actually gain some miles. Okay, spec wise, like all Mazdas, really well spec'd. I was having a look at this earlier. This car's averaged 99.9 mpg. Well, you'd expect that, really. High voltage battery monitor, so 45%. EV range 15 miles. Okay. You've got an owner's manual on there. Entertainment, you've got the Bose sound system, DAB radio, etc, etc. It's all very good. Communication, so it pairs up your phone, etc. And a really good navigation system. Safety wise, and I think we're all more safety conscious than we were. I certainly am, especially after being a father. System settings in here, connectivity settings, but more so safety settings. Driver assistance, safety alert, active safety, collision avoidance, you've got blind spot monitoring, lane keep assist, the list goes on and on and on. Really, really well spec. Oh, heated steering wheel, I'm going to put that on. I'm going to put my heated seat on as well. By the way, that doesn't seem to meddle with the range of the car, because it runs off the 12-volt battery rather than the, I think it's a 17.5-volt battery. Okay. But the quality is really excellent, and that is something that really stands out with these versus the competition. Got a sunroof as well. So this is our demonstrator. So you've got the balance of the warranty. So what, 2 years and 7 months, 8 months, 9 months, something like that. Part exchange is extremely welcome, regardless of what you have. We do pride ourselves on, you know, trying to be as competitive as we can. Reference part exchange, but please do punch your reg number in and do all those things you're heavily encouraged to do, and get in touch with us. Let's see what we can do for you. We do sell all makes and models used, so we're keen for a part exchange. Look at that, 288.9 mpg. That's incredible, isn't it? As I say, you got the balance of warranty. There are warranty extension facilities, delivery facilities. I can do more photos, videos, should you require. But the car is, well, it's as new, really. So I want to thank you for watching the video. I hope it's been informative. It's been kind of a learning video for myself. And I do appreciate there'll probably be a lot more questions on the car, and we're happy to sort of come back to you with them. So, yeah. Please do check out the photos. Please do check out our reviews, and we look forward to hearing from you. Thank you. Bye-bye.